Hi, class. If you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap twice. Perfect. So today we're going to be learning about perimeter and area of quadrilaterals. We did do a little work with this yesterday, but we're going to keep going and get some more complex problems. So our goal or objective for the day, given a worksheet involving area and perimeter problems, you will be able to find the area and perimeter of the worksheet problems with 90% accuracy. So our agenda for the day, we're going to review equations that will be used to solve for area and perimeter of quadrilaterals. Like we learned about yesterday, we did some basic equations of area and perimeter and some basic problems, but today we're going to dig a little deeper and learn some more word problems and dissecting them. So you're going to learn how to break down and solve word problems involving area and perimeter of quadrilaterals. We'll use our whiteboards as a class to solve some practice word problems, and after practice you will be given a worksheet of practice word problems involving area and perimeter, and you will be able to work with your math partner on this worksheet. So you might be asking yourself, why is it important that I learn about area and perimeter? And actually, it's really important. In your future math classes into college, even into college, you will use area and perimeter. It kind of acts as a base for solving more complex problems. And also as an adult, there's just some examples around your house. Like if your parents have ever painted a wall in your house, they've had to find out the area of that wall to know how much paint they needed. Or if they've ever fenced in the yard, they've had to find out the perimeter of your yard to find out how much fence they need. And it can be used and applied to your real life a lot. And also if you're planning on taking the ACT or SAT, it kind of acts as a base of solving and a lot of math problems on that test. So, the I can statements for today. I can determine the area of a quadrilateral, I can determine the perimeter of a quadrilateral, and I can dissect word problems to find the important information and solve for area or perimeter. First two I can statements we saw yesterday, since that was the beginning of our area and perimeter unit, but those will probably follow us because we'll be doing that the whole time. So our review for today, everybody get out your whiteboards if you can, your marker and your eraser. We'll be doing our typical whiteboard review where you write it down. I'll give you a minute to write it down, and then you'll wait until everybody else answers and we'll flip them up together. So the first question, what is the equation used to solve for area of a quadrilateral? And I'll give you a minute to decide. Perfect. It looks like everybody got the same answer. Area equals length times height. All right, our second question is, what is the equation used to solve for perimeter of a quadrilateral? Give you another minute. Perfect. Everybody got the same answer pretty much. There's technically two different answers, but they mean the same thing and they solve the same thing. Perimeter can equal 2 times the width plus 2 times the height, or width plus height plus height. They solve and get the same exact number. One of them, the one where they multiply, is just a little more concise, but whichever equation you feel most comfortable with is the one that we can use. And then our third question is, what is the area of this rectangle? This one right here that just floated in the bottom of the screen, you're going to be solving for area, which as we know is length times height. Perfect. What answer did you get? 84 centimeters. Would you like to tell us how you solved that? You did 12 times 7, which was the length times height. Perfect answer. Our fourth and final question is, what is the perimeter of the same rectangle, the one we just solved area of? Right there. So, oh my. The perimeter is 38 centimeters, like you said. Would you like to tell us how you solved that? You did 7 plus 7 plus 12 plus 12. Good answer. Or anybody else solve it a different way? Yeah, go ahead. You did 12 times 2, which got you 24, plus 7 times 2, which was 14, which equaled 38 in the end. Perfect. See, those both get you the same answer, but it does get a little confusing, whichever one you feel more comfortable with, either way. So now you might be asking yourself, well, now what? We reviewed. What are we going to do now? We're going to work on our practice word problems. We're going to dissect a few as a class, then do some on a whiteboard. And then after that's done, you'll have a worksheet that you'll be working with your math partner on. And if you don't finish it in class, it will be due for homework. It's important that you listen about area and perimeter now because in a week or two, we're going to be moving on to area and perimeter of circles. So you need to make sure you understand this, and then we'll be moving on to circles. So if you have any questions, come ask. Thanks.